This week in GTA Online, a new car is dripped into Legendary Motorsports. It's an agency vehicle, by the way. The Baller STD. We'll talk about it in a moment. You also have the ability to get the Lifeguard SUV and the Bagger for free, even though it's at Simeon's right now. The fourth and final Dragon Mask is available if you were collecting the Dragon Mask for the Lunar New Year and more. Article from Rockstar, link below in the description section. So the Baller STD is finally added to the game. I think that the cost for the Baller STD is $1.7 million. It is an agency vehicle if you're curious, so that can be a positive for anyone that's thinking about purchasing the Baller STD. Next week, the Declassy Impaler SZ sedan is going to be dripped, so that's quite interesting that they're dripping out two vehicles back to back. This week the Baller STD, and then next week the Impaler SZ. Speaking of drip, the fourth and final Lunar New Year mask that you can get, the Contrast Dragon Mask. If you want it, you can just log into GT Online and claim the Contrast Dragon Mask, along with the other Lunar New Year items. So all this is still available, I believe, for you to collect. And if you happen to have a female GT Online character, you can also get this dress. Double money, double RP for first dose, last dose missions for the Los Santos Drug Wars. Completing 3 Fooligan jobs by February 21st will also fulfill a new weekly challenge and land you an extra $100,000. Meanwhile, taxi work, for those of you into the taxi work RP, is paying out 5 times the money all week long. So I guess it kind of pays this week to just drive around RPing as a taxi driver in the game. Double money, double RP on Power Play. Meanwhile, the salvage yard robbery targets include the Komoda, the Tyrant, along with the Cara 4x4. Meanwhile, at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport, you got the Raptor, the Vominos, the Locust, all those you have to pay for. But the Bagger, you can find that on the street somewhere, unless I think $16,000 really isn't that much money in GT Online and you really want the Bagger, the same motorcycle Franklin uses in story mode. Well, you can get your hands on the Bagger for either $16,000 or just drive around till you find it just spawning in the game and then steal it and go store it in your garage and put insurance on it. The Lifeguard is actually pretty easy to get for free. Credit to Bruffy, by the way. All you gotta do is test drive the Lifeguard, drive it down to the beach, then in the test drive, and there should be a few Lifeguard SUVs already there. Steal one of those Lifeguards, take it to your auto shop if you have an auto shop, and if you go to the auto shop, you can actually put the insurance on the Lifeguard for free. In other words, it'll cost you $0 for the Lifeguard and to insure it instead of what you would have to pay to Simeon if you really want the Lifeguard SUV. And by the way, the sirens and the lights actually do work. Meanwhile, at Luxury Auto's showroom, there is a version of the Baller STD that's all modded up available. Probably a little bit more than the legendary version, but has, a bit more, I guess, bells and whistles added to it. Dominator GT is also currently for sale at Luxury Auto's showroom. And finally, the discounts. The Brickade 6x6 for the Drug Wars, 30% off. The upgraded modifications for the 6x6, also 30% off. And his 300R, 30% off, along with all these other vehicles. Entity MT, the Raptor, Vominos, and the Taxi is also 30% off. Article link below in the description section. Thoughts, views, opinions. Welcome, as always, below in the comment section.